Good morning. Happy Sunday, everybody that is already in here watching. Good morning, Omar, at Lou Ellis, and I love you, Patriot. Omar wants to fight, fight, fight. Let's go. Keep winning. It's what we do every day. Let me double check the audio here for me. All right, I think it's okay. Hopefully, it's loud enough. Let me turn this up just a little bit more right there. All right. So last night I had a pretty quick live. I apologize for all of those who were waiting for a 2 to 3 hour live stream, but last night was a 1 hour live stream, and it was what a good day. You know what? I actually was surprised at the actual people that got on last night. We normally get just we do get a few thousand views throughout the whole video. But I was really surprised that people were actually responding yesterday to the video. It happens to be that is the one night that I decide that it's not going to be a long live. So there you go. There's that. Baddest Monkey says, "How tall are you? Like 4'10"?" And yeah, no, I'm 6'1". But thanks for asking. Yeah. Hey guys. Well, I'm gonna wait. I guess until I have some more people on here. There is. Hey Robert. Happy. Yeah, you got it, brother. You got it. 100%. Omar, and I do too. I like Mamdani as well. I like Mamdani as well. But there's a reason for that. It's not what people think, but at the same time, we also don't want to be falling into this let's smear and let's talk bad about how weak he is and all this stuff, because the truth is, let's be honest, and we have to accept it. Good morning, my man in the house, and my big brothers and my little brother in the house. Appreciate you guys here, man. Oh, some good coffee. My friends, good morning. Salud. Stay thirsty. Coffee is life. All right, so I do have a couple of hours, I guess. About a couple hours, I guess we can give in this morning. Remember I told you that there is this some sort of a meeting, public meeting, where people are going to talk about, men and women sports. This is going to be in Issaquah. And I am actually, let me see, where's my phone at? I already have it on my phone here, the directions on how to get there. I think I know what it is, to be honest, but just in case, just in case. All right, so the address is at 19, it's at Cougar Mountain Middle School Gymnasium in Issaquah. I'm going to be attending there. I let them know that I was coming. This is going to be between 1 p.m. and 2:30. I'm going to get there a little bit early, so I'm going to leave at 11. I'm going to have about an hour and some minutes left so that I can get situated. I'm going to see if I can take my laptop or something. I don't know. See if I can just at least put my phone out there so I can get live coverage of it. If there is a strong enough signal, I will do a live coverage from there. If not, I'll just try to record as much as I can. All right, just so that we can go ahead and share that later on. Let's see. So if you guys are interested, if you are here in Washington State and you are interested, the meeting is going to be at Cougar Mountain Middle School in Issaquah at the gymnasium. All right. So good morning, Michael. Michael Wentz. What's up, man? It's good to see you guys this morning. If you guys didn't get to watch the video clip last night, you missed out. But we're going to have a great show this morning. It is Sunday, and I hope everybody is actually having a great Sunday. If you got to go to church, go to church. Don't skip church for the Dennis Herrera show. This is not how we want to lead people. Oh, man. Some good coffee right there. Good morning, Mr. Bender. Stinson, good morning. Good morning, everybody. David Morales. Brian, your numbers keep dwindling. Don't worry about the numbers, my friend. It's not about the numbers, it's about the quality. It is actually about the kind of American patriots that we can gather in here. Rockin', Rockin'? What you got? Did you hear? Go to church and repent. David Morales, just so you know, my friend, the church. I actually, you know what? Now that you say that, I am actually going to be looking for a church. There is a church that I'm interested in visiting in Snohomish. And today I got all the compromises to do, but I think that next Sunday I am going to go pay this church a visit. So yeah, I'm definitely going to. I'm looking for a church now. There is a church close by here from Casey Treat. I used to go to that church before, but it's just like I wasn't known. It's like you just go there and then you come out. You go there, you come out. I mean, there's like really no benefit. And I have been a person that studies the Bible, a lot. And I haven't studied it for quite a while, to be honest. But I studied the Bible so many years, and I try to keep up with the lessons in life so that I can be a better person. Now, once in a while I get people that come in here, and they want to throw scriptures on there to make me feel bad about why I feel illegal immigrants should not be allowed in this country. And well, it just doesn't, because everything that we say, it's fair, it's true, it's legit, it's legal, it's about the law. And so, we got to stand strong. You're not gonna bend the truth because somebody felt uncomfortable. Team Jacob, this is my job, my friend. This is what I do for a living. And by the way, thank you. You just reminded me. This channel would not be possible without the help and support of all you beautiful members out there. So, with that being said, I want to go ahead and start the morning by saying thank you to all of my members in this channel. And we'll continue in just a brief moment. And with that, thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate you subscribing. All of my members in here, the blues and greens, all of my Christmas lights that we have on this chat are all MAGA patriots. If you guys didn't know, my channel is really created for MAGA people. We want to make sure that we continue fighting for our country, and we are trying to rally up as many sane Americans as we can. You see, it's not about hating anybody, okay? But it is about sane people that like to use common sense. It is all about Americans standing up for America. And that includes naturally born or naturalized migrants that have become American citizens. Now, if you were born in this country, you are entitled and sometimes ungrateful, and I get that. But for all of my patrons that are in here that are grateful and are truly patriots to this country, welcome. And I am so happy that you are here. For those migrants that have come to this country, remember the oath that you made when we became citizens. And that was that our loyalty was no longer going to be to the previous land where we were born, but it would be to the country that we live in today, and that is the great old U.S. of A. And I'm very proud. I'm very proud to be an American citizen now. And I am so grateful that many people welcome me with open arms. Haters will be haters, so I don't expect those welcome arms to be on there. Let me go ahead and read a couple of comments here from you guys before we jump into our first video this morning. Let's see. Rogan says, maybe try to follow Christ's teachings. All right, I'll give you a chance to go ahead and elaborate. Hell yeah, says Cadota Tractor. Let's go, MAGA. My man, the Patriot Robots, are already here throwing those beautiful emojis in there. Andrew says, I personally voted third party and I am a Democrat, but I respect the presidency and know that we need to stand up for the people of America. And that is the kind of people I want in here. A lot of people, believe it or not, there's a lot of Democrats in here, a lot of Republicans, a lot of neutrals. We would like to think that we are neutral, that we are more, we just care about this country. That's it. We have no loyalty to parties, right? If you do, that's okay. But you have to understand, right now, the priority is the United States of America, okay? We are under attack on all fronts. You guys don't even see this. Our enemies are waiting for us to fail so that they can take advantage of us. And that is not, that's not just some sort of talk that we're going to come up with. That is exactly what I see. And I think a lot of you guys see that. That's why you are here on this channel. This is why you guys keep raising the subscriber numbers on my channel, because you know that we need to stand up together. This is the only way that we're going to be able to do something for this country, right? So, no, I don't agree with dual citizenships. Thanks for asking. I don't agree with it. And I think, you know, this is where people says, oh, you know, you should be teaching the Word of God. Okay, here we go. This is what God says. You cannot have two lords, because you will love one and hate the other. If you were to go to war and if you were to prove your loyalty to the nation that you love, who are you going to choose? The country that you were born, or the country that you live in and that your children will depend on for future generations and generations? So I don't like the dual citizenship. I think they got to go without. They got to do without. Listen, either you're here for America or you're not. You know, I know certain places, like especially like Filipinos, right? Filipinos, let me see, Filipinos, maybe Samoan, right, from Western Samoa. These people might want to have dual citizenship for the primary reason that you have to be a citizen of their country in order to buy land, in order to own land. And so I can see why they want to be dual citizenships, but I think that we shouldn't. We shouldn't have dual citizenship. You got to be 100% sure that you want to be American. Otherwise, don't become an American. If you plan on buying land over there, you plan on living there, well, you know what? Don't become an American. Don't be a hypocrite. Don't be one of those leeches that just wants to go ahead and become part of the United States of America so that you can squeeze something out of it. That's not how immigration works. That's not how it's intended to. One of the reasons, or one of the things that they ask, and the reason what they want, honestly, what they want from migrants is not what the country can do for them, but it's what they're going to come and do for the country. Is it a benefit to have this migrant come in here into this country? If it's not, nope, you're not coming here. If you cannot sustain yourself, nope, you will not get permission to come here. If you are sick, nope, you don't get to come to this country. It is very important that everybody gets vetted. It is very simple, but it's fair, okay? I showed a video yesterday in the morning, I think it was, and they canceled it because it was a copyright, third party, blah, blah, blah. They did a copyright. They didn't want to share the story with other YouTube content creators, etc. Okay? But it was a sort of illegal immigrant by the thousands that came in a couple of years ago when we started this whole, you know, towards the end of the pandemic of massive invasion of illegal immigrants in this country. And, you know, there was a woman in there that she says, "Oh my God, my son's got smallpox, and I need to get to the country." Whoa, whoa, whoa! No, that's not how that works. That's not how any of that works. There is a reason why we vet people before they come here. A lot of people that come here illegally, they come in here spreading diseases that we have no knowledge about. Yeah, we have knowledge about smallpox, but that's not what I'm talking about. The point is, if people are not vetted, the risk of bringing diseases to this country goes way up. Because you see, in order for you to get a visa, at least it was for me, I had to get a full physical health check, and I couldn't even get my interview unless I had that. So we had to do that first. Imagine that, X-rays, etc. All of that in order for me to apply for a visa. Well, my mother, right? I was a small teenager. Coffee is good. Coffee is good. So yeah, so for migrants that want to come to this country, the way that it works is, okay. So here's a few questions. Are you able to sustain yourself in the United States, and how? Yeah, well, I got family. They're residents, they're citizens. Or if you don't have family, well, I own a company here in my country, and I would like to go and visit. I got plenty of money. This is how much money I got in the bank. I'm going to go stay at a hotel. I'm going to stay here for this many weeks, etc. Hey, bada bing, bada boom. Everything is good. You're good to go. Go and visit the United States of America. Now, if you're planning to, exactly, Robert, that's right. That's why Texas had a measles outbreak. That's what I'm talking about. See, I got proof. I got facts. I got patriots that got my back with information. That's right. I was trying to think the name of the disease that broke out in Texas. But that's about the right time, ain't it? And so, you know what? Forget about the immigration thing. You guys already know about that. Somebody asked me about something else. Let's see. Dennis used to be a ministry. Yes. Now, I used to be I wasn't a general pastor. It was a missionary pastor. It's not the same. I mean, kind of. But, it was a service that had an expiration date, so to speak. Now, I believe that in order for somebody to be a pastor, you got to be very, 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 very good right there in order to be a pastor. Now, anybody can be, a Christian. Anybody can be a believer. Anybody can have a position of deacon. Now, here's the requirements for you to be a pastor, a deacon, or, servant of God. You have to be married to one wife. You have to not be drunk. If you are a pastor, you are not to be given to alcohol. And if you're going to be a deacon, it says not to drink so much. I like how it doesn't say don't drink, but don't be given or don't drink too much. The fact is that what they really want is a person of good character. Now, I got all those qualities. What I don't have is the patience, and that's it. That's it. I just don't have the patience, and I have a foul mouth sometimes. So there's that. Now, when it comes to politics, I don't have to have a clean mouth. I can say some stuff that adults can say. And I'm sticking to it. So I don't think that I'm a pastor material. Who knows? Maybe when I get older. We're barely almost a half a century old, but there's still a lot of time. God's time, not my time. We can go anytime. God can take us anytime, but, there's that. Thank you, Omar, for mentioning that. Andrew says, I also admit that the Democrats did shut down the government and need to take responsibility. 100%. 100%. And that's one of the things that I hate, that I don't know why other people don't or didn't see it this way, that they keep believing Schumer talking about we shut down the government. Republicans shut down the government. Where does that come from? Like, are you stupid? We're watching you. we're watching everything you're doing. And you know what we don't? Well, you know what we found out? We found out that you've been lying to us. This is why we don't support that party right now. That's exactly what I'm talking about. What did President Trump switch up on? You guys want to talk about Mamdani? I get it. I know that is the title of the video, isn't it? It is talking about Mamdani. I'm just trying to answer some questions here. Getting warmed up. You know what I'm saying? Just warming up to the Dennis Herrera show this morning. We got a couple of people watching. That's not too bad. It's just, we got good listeners. Is what we want. We want good listeners, good patriots. I'd rather go to war with 10 warriors that will give it 100% than 100 lazy people that will not even try to fight. There's no point. There's no point. I'd rather have 10 warriors ready to go fight, and we can do more than 100 people can do. Who knows? Maybe more than 500 people can do that won't do anything. Maybe even greater. If they're not doing anything, it's easy pickings. Good morning, Tyler. How are you? I see you, brother. All right, let's see. What else do we got? Any other questions? Let's see. Got to blame both sides of the government shutdown. Neither side wanted to budge. No, I don't think so, homie. You are wrong. We voted yes to open the government. There's no questions. There's no if or buts about it. We voted to open the government. Bottom line, no, we were not going to budge giving benefits to illegals that belong to American citizens. See, that's the difference between us and those people who choose parties. We are a bunch of patriots in here that use common sense, and we are all for America first. You see, if we don't have that mentality of America first, we're going to lose our way. And the moment that we lose our way is the moment that we're not going to be able to help others that need help. That's where I'm at. Scott Norris, good morning, sir. Good morning, kind sir. Uniparty with script. I don't know what that means. I don't use scripts. Trump wins, Gaza eats. Not talking about Gaza today. Libby's got not, that's Barcelona. Libby's got nothing. Okay. Why did Trump switch up? Trump hasn't switched up. You guys got to know that by now. You guys have got to know. I would have done the same thing. Now, I know a lot of you patrons in here are actually older than me, which I appreciate because that makes you my big brothers, and I know you look after me. And I love you for that. Thank you. Now, all right, here, you know what? Why don't we go ahead and replay that video from last night? And, well, let's take a listen to it. Let me see is it this one? Let me see if I have it here. You know, why don't we listen to CNN first? My patriots, come on, be nice. You guys can handle it. You guys can handle CNN for a little bit. Let me make sure I got no closed captions on this. I hate closed captions when I'm actually here listening. Okay, subtitles off. Okay, great. All right, let me make sure that this is in good view for you. I don't really like this girl right here, but sometimes I really like her. And she's got some tough questions, my man. Huh? Hearing good things about Honduras. Oh, man, I've been out of the loop. I've been in and out. I hope. What happened in Honduras? Did we win? Walter Taylor says, don't ban me, but don't come in here insulting anybody, all right? You can put little comments. As you can see in the history of the chat, nobody has been insulting anybody. Except for Urim. Trump effed up crypto with his WWE tariff script. I don't know where you've been, bro, but everybody else is making money. Hey, man, if you're going to play this stock, you got to know this. If you play the stock, you're a gambler. And in gambling, you can lose or win. Which you will get, I don't know. That's why it's called gambling. All right, give me a second. All right. You guys have questions about Mamdani. What better place to look at all the negative reporting than to watch CNN? Here we go, fellas. Buckle up, Dorothy. You're not in Kansas anymore.
Luckily, on all this breaking news on a Friday night, from Marjorie Taylor Greene resigning from Congress to that love fest that we all just witnessed inside the Oval Office, my top political sources are here on tonight's breaking news. And Harry Anton, you're laughing very loudly. John King You've covered the White House. I mean, dang. Between that, because it is a big picture. It's not just what we saw in the Oval Office. I mean, that with what we just learned in the last few moments that Marjorie Taylor Greene is out. I mean, if I told you a year ago that Trump and Zohran Mamdani would be like this and Marjorie Taylor Greene would be leaving Congress because of President Trump, you
I've shared my gin and tonic.
would have told me I was drinking.
Look, it's great to be with you all because of our shared love and affection, to quote the mayor-elect of the world turned upside down. It's amazing. It's remarkable breaking news. Look, we have lived in an age of political disruption, really since the election of Obama, but especially since Trump and the MAGA movement came along. So on the one hand, we shouldn't be surprised by disruption and disaffection and things changing, and there's no real political parties have no real center anymore. I don't mean center in the middle of the electorate. I mean they don't have any core because Trump has redefined the Republican Party. The Democratic Party's in a search and who are we mission right now. But this is still mind-blowing.
Very mind-blowing. Don't worry, we'll check the stocks in a little bit. You have to understand something. If you follow stocks, if you're really serious about following stocks, you got to know one little basic fact about stock market. I'm not good at it, but you have to understand this. I don't have to know how to sell and buy and all this other crap that people do, okay? But all I have to do was just look at one thing. Find out, go look this up. Go look and say, what is the stock market? The stock market, it's more of a fear-mongering tool. It will either make you fear so that you will sell everything, or it will even make you fear that if you don't spend money in it, you're never going to be rich. That's what that stands for, okay? So with that being said, it's a gamble. Markets go up and down throughout history. I have seen that many, many times. So, a lot of people make millions of dollars. A lot of people lose millions of dollars, okay? It's a gamble. So I don't care about the stock market. If you're into it, hey, great. I support you 100%. Do your thing. If you're good at it, do it. I don't want to stress my life with, oh, my God, I just lost my life savings on this. No. I don't play that. You guys can play that, but I don't. I'd rather concentrate on the local economy, what actually makes our economy move, okay? Stock markets does not make the economy move, okay? That's different.
In the sense, let's start with Marjorie Taylor Greene. My biggest question is, what next? She just broke with the president on the Epstein files and won. She says he is tone deaf on these affordability issues, and guess what? She's right. Maybe the president had a shift today with the mayor-elect of New York, but up until this point, that's why his approval ratings are in the tank. So she has said she...
Now, wait. He just mentioned something in there. Now, you have to understand, President Donald Trump has not shifted jack squat. President Donald Trump has been talking about affordability. He's been talking about bringing prices down, et cetera, et cetera. The one thing you have to understand is, this is why I don't like CNN. They're always on the catch to put somebody down, right? Let me go ahead and read my brother here. Dirty Money, welcome, sir. Good morning. I bought in on U.S. Steel when Don first stock tariffs on Canadian metal. It's twice what I bought it in for now. Oh, there you go. Some patriots are making kizash. Guys, if somebody says that I suck, don't worry about it. Let them be. Let them be happy with hating a real American patriot. Somebody that knows about immigration and also knows about what it takes to be a real American, a patriot to the nation that provides for him and his family and for future generations. Let them hate all they want. All right, no big deal. Now, if they cross the line, dirty, you know what I'm saying? You know what's up. All of my mods on my channel, you guys know when they cross the line, 5 minute, 10 minute, 30 minute, and eventually just give them a 24-hour timeout. All right, we don't need negativity. If you're in this country, if you're in this channel, this is MAGA country, 100%. Either you're with us or you're not with us. It's as simple as that. But if you want to join the group that is fighting for America first, then you stick around and we'll figure out what we need to do in the future.
She has said up to today that she was not going to run statewide in Georgia. People roll their eyes and they laugh and they say, well, when I say, well, maybe she's going to run for president. But again, again, Donald Trump could never win the Republican nomination in 2016, and then he could never beat Hillary Clinton, of course, and he could never be president again after January 6th. Barack Obama's not going to be president of the United States. That's never going to happen. That's what they said then. Mamdani can't beat Cuomo and be the mayor of New York City. So we live in the age of improbable stories in our politics because the ground beneath everybody is shifting so much. I don't know what she's going to do next. I do know one thing. Number one, she's not going to stay quiet. You know her. That's who she is. So what she decides. And number two, this is a granular Washington issue. Speaker Johnson has less than one-hand majority. When she goes away, right? When she goes away in January, that's another -1. I think it leaves them with +2 or +3. They don't get too much done heading into the midterm year anyway, but that's hard.
To John's point about her not staying quiet, I mean, she released a 10-minute video explaining this, and in part of it, she says loyalty should be a two-way street, and that we should be able to vote our conscience and represent our district's interests because our job title is literally representative, and America first should mean America first and only Americans first. And then she wrote this, and this is, I mean, she is directly calling out President Trump. She says, standing up for American women who were raped at 14, obviously they would be girls, trafficked and used by rich, powerful men should not result in me being called a traitor and threatened by the President of the United States, whom I fought for.
We are starting, in my opinion, to see the real-world consequences of what we're seeing in the polling. That is cracks, actual cracks in Trump's Republican support. His net approval rating amongst Republicans is down over 20 points since January. We are seeing a president who had, for months, tried to ensure that the Epstein files were not going to be released, despite the fact that his approval rating on the Epstein files was south of 50%, despite the fact that the vast majority of Republicans wanted those Epstein files released. And more than that, what you saw was Marjorie Taylor Greene playing a little bit of political punditry, right? Saying that the Republican Party is likely to lose the House of Representatives come 2026. That, of course, is what we see in all the polling data as well. This, in my opinion, has been the 10 worst days of polling that
I like this guy. I really like this guy.
Donald Trump has had throughout his entire second term, and Marjorie Taylor Greene resigning and stating what she did, in my mind, sort of puts the capstone on it, and also puts the capstone on a day in which the President of the United States met with Mamdani and that love fest. To quote the movie Tootsie, this is one nutty hospital.
Jamal,
I love this guy, man. I like this guy. He's now for Trump. I like this guy, though. I really like him. I think he does a great job at what he does. So I know we'll get to Mamdani, guys. We'll get to Mamdani. We'll get there. So MTG. Now that I know what the hell that means, MTG, Marjorie Taylor Greene. Let me tell you something. This is the problem with a lot of people, a lot of Americans, okay? You know, you come in acting like you got this thick skin, but you're just a chump. That's it. You're a faker. You're a pretender. You a wannabe alpha. And you can't be. Let me tell you something. When somebody tells me that loyalty is a two-way street, okay, let's go with that. Let's go with that. It's sort of a respect, right? Mutual respect. Here's the problem. I mentioned this last night when I was in a rush because I had to go spend some time with the wifey, which is, of course, I will never regret doing. My wife comes first, guys. And all of my big brothers in here know that, and they all support it, so I appreciate that. And I will do the same for you, of course, as well. It is what it is. It is our priorities. Now, the problem with, like I said, with Marjorie was that, first of all, she had some problems in the house, in her house. And she decided that while she's having these problems in her house, that she's going to spread the problems outside of the house. And what that does, it's something that you may have seen yourself happen in your life. Maybe you have a wife, a girlfriend, or something at work or whatever, and you share this information with the family, and then, you know, the family's upset with you, and you guys get into this fight, blah, blah, blah. Everything is crazy. And then you go and share it with somebody else. Oh my God, your families. Oh, they're nuts. Oh, they're crazy. Oh, hell no. Blah blah blah. And they start hating my family, right? And I think I'm doing a good job because, well, it's not my fault. That's my family. My family is crazy, and a lot of people think that way. But what they don't understand is that you're going to fix the problem with the family, and now everything is peachy. Everything is great. Everything is awesome. But you know what happens? Everybody outside that you told that problem to, it's not okay with it. It's not happy. It's not hunky-dory. No, nothing like that. And they keep hating your family. With Marjorie, this is exactly what she did. This is exactly what she did. Number one, listen, why would you go to the enemy, so to speak? Why would you go to the enemy and say, well, hey, President Trump is, the Republicans. I told them, I'm for America. I'm for the well-being of all Americans. And the Republican Party, I am so disappointed. You know the Democrats have been lying against the party, and you decide to go side with them? Try to wash your hands like Pontius Pilate? Like you're innocent? If one thing that I have learned and experienced in life is that you don't blame others, you find a way to fix it. When people call me, and I work for a company, and people call me, oh, well, you guys did this, and you guys, F you guys, and this, and blah, blah, blah. And people go crazy on me. You know what I say? I don't say, oh, well, let me take a look at the notes here. Actually, it was Pedro. Pedro, he didn't help you right. Yeah, no, it was Pedro's fault. No! I'm sorry, ma'am. I apologize. I'm sorry we messed up. What's going on? Let me go ahead and let me try to help you with this. And I always say we. I always say I will. We took the blame. I will take the blame. But guess what? We fixed the problem. I will fix the problem. You see, everything comes in negative. You got to take it. Take it for the team. But change that negativity and make that change. You see what I'm talking about? That is exactly what she should have done. She's a businesswoman. She should know better. That's why President Trump tells her that she is a traitor. You just don't do that. Listen, if you hire me to work for you, and some idiot in our company messes something up, I'm going to say, I apologize about that. We didn't mean to do that, or we were wrong to do that. We will make it right. That's how you take care of a problem. That's just what I believe, and that's what I think. Okay, it's easy to do it that way, and that's the way that it should be done. Now, with that being said, this is the other thing that I see her doing, and this is what I got a problem with. See, she's making it sound like she's the only one looking out for the American people. What a crackhead. What a crock of lies. You should be over there. You should be over there telling the people, hey, listen, we messed up. We made this decision. We said this. We did that. Well, we didn't do this. We, all the way home. That's exactly what you should be doing. That's exactly what she should be doing. Thus, I am against her. Oh, I'm not running for governor. Oh, I'm not going to run for president. But if one day she would, if one day she runs and decides to say, oh, well, I wasn't going to run, but because things are so bad, I have the need. I have an obligation. I got an obligation to run now. And you know what's going to be on her little resume, the lies that she's been talking about? And some of them might be true. But what's going to happen? She's going to be over there saying, oh, well, you remember, I've always been for the American people. I didn't care about being loyal to the president or to my party. All I care about was my constituents. All I care was about those victim women. You remember? Yeah, all I care is about everything that is right in this world. Remember, you heard it here first in the Dennis Herrera show. Whether you like me or not is irrelevant. But the fact is that, my friends, is the truth. With that being said, enough about MTG, or what I call a meeting, because that is the abbreviation for meeting. All right, let's take a listen here. We'll get to Mamdani eventually here, okay? Thank you guys for commenting on here, even though I'm ignoring most of you guys. I don't want to have a heart attack too soon. I do have heart condition, and that's because I love too much. Guys, welcome to the Dennis Herrera Show. I appreciate you being here. Thank you for liking, for sharing this video, and for subscribing. You guys are amazing.
I want to know what Democrats are thinking about this nutty hospital, as Harry so lovingly puts it. But we have David Urban here. David, I mean, I've been talking to a few Republicans tonight in the last 30 minutes since this got announced. They are genuinely stunned by this news from Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Caitlin, I listened and watched the full 10 minutes right before I sat down, because like you, it's hard to wrap your head around it. You know, John gets it right, and everyone knows this. You know, this is an administration that superlatives, unprecedented this, this is truly an unprecedented day, where his biggest supporter by far, I mean, I can't imagine anyone who's taken more heat for Donald Trump since she's been in office than Marjorie Taylor Greene, to her own detriment, has been, categorized as crazy, nut job, etc. Today, yet, she is castigated, thrown aside as a traitor, and as you correctly pointed out, he's embracing, Zohan Mamdani, a democratic socialist mayor.
Thank you, Tiffany. My love to you. Brian says, dirty hey, Patriot brothers. Robert. Roberto, Bob, Bobby. Man, there's a lot of names for you guys. There's nothing short for Dennis. Denny. It's horrible. Did you notice my name spelled backwards means send? That's crazy. Don't ever repeat what I just said. Jill's Autopan says Granty's Garden. Let's see. Brandy said, me too, love Allah. Hey, 4 heart attacks before I was 8, but I got it up to 240 volts for about 10 minutes before I got pulled off. I'm a walking miracle. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Listen, whatever happens to me in my life, it's God's will. I know where I'm going to go when I die. And I am praying and I am hoping that God will have mercy on me and say, you did well, son. Well done. It's what I want to hear. I'm going to take a pause since I said that. I was homeless for a long time. And one of the things that I had when I was homeless, and I can tell you, I don't want to make the story long story. I don't want to make the long story. I want to make it short. I had a lot of problems, okay? But I was still hopeful every day. I was still pushing forward. And I was still trying to make the best that I could. I kept fighting. I never gave up. I kept fighting and fighting. And, there was a rich man. A literally rich man. He make over $1 million every year. And he would ask me, he's like, why are you happy? You're homeless. And I said, because I got Christ in my heart. Yeah, I know. I want a house. Yeah, I know. I want this. I want that. But you know what? None of that is permanent. The only thing that's permanent is having Christ in my heart. And I am grateful for that. And so I keep that with me at all times. And so people want to do great things in this world. Hey, listen, don't stop. Continue to do great things in this world. But don't think about material things when it comes to rewards to you in heaven. Some people will tell me, oh, well, don't you want that crown of gold and jewels up in heaven? No. Well, don't you want to have a mansion? No. Well, don't you want to have all this rich? No. Well, what do you want? I want God to say, well done, my good and faithful. That's it. Tell me, What do I want treasures for? What do I want gold for? If I'm immortal, if I have an eternal life with God, living under His mercy, under His grace, you have no sorrows, no pain. What do you need? Nothing. It would just be joyful to see your brethren around. That's it. That's all that matters to me. All I want to hear is, well done, good and faithful servant. That's it. Done. My reward, that's all I want. To live in peace with God's love in my heart. I'm sick of this life on earth. But the Bible says that we are to love. Like today is the last day of your life. But to plan ahead as if tomorrow is yet to come. Now that's my words. Don't quote me on that. That's my words. That's what I believe right now. That's what I understand. That's what comes out into my mouth right now. But I can tell you something. If you really believe, who said that? Jesus would be ashamed of you. No, don't delete those comments. Don't delete those comments. Leave those comments there. I will read some of these comments. If you really believe that Jesus will be ashamed of me, I will tell you right now, chances are you're going to hell. Because you don't understand what that means. You don't know what you're talking about. Jesus is not all lovey-lovey. Jesus is also disciplined. And it tells you that if you don't repent from your sins, you are going to hell. Is that a nice thing to say? No, but it's the truth, so he has to say it. And so do I, my friend. So do I. All right, let's continue with our video here.
Of the city of New York, like they're fraternity brothers. I mean, it's crazy. And she, some of her verbiage is incredibly biting. You know, she's.
So why is it crazy? Why is it crazy that President Trump said something nice about Mamdani? Have you not known what President Trump is by now? By now you should know. By now you should know. Any enemy that is willing to work something out with us, he doesn't go and call them names. He calls them names when they're against us. But then he brushes it off and he makes a deal. That is exactly what he does. That's exactly how I am. And that's why exactly I know what he's doing. And I support him 100%. But these guys are running around like headless chickens. They don't know what to think. They're going crazy about, oh my God, how can Trump, how can he support this guy? Why are you stressing about that? Why are you hating? What isn't that what you wanted? Did you think Mamdani was going to come into the awful office and go, give me money? No. That's not how you make a deal. That's not how it works. Listen, you can go and say whatever you want in New York, and you can go and say that he's all this crazy and all this and stuff. Say all of that. But the matter of the fact is that Donald Trump just knows how to make deals. If you don't understand him, don't worry. We'll continue talking about it. Let's go ahead and continue with the video. But I just want you to know, I think it's funny how all these people in here, except for the neutral guy that I really like, that all these people in here, look at her face. Look at her face right here. Oh, she knows she's got something juicy. She knows Democrats and Republicans are losing their minds, but specifically Democrats, because they really wanted somebody to come in and tell President Trump how they think about him. Oh, man. Let's continue with the video, man. I love it.
Not going to sit around like a battered wife and defend the president when impeachment comes in a few months. I mean, it is some pretty vitriolic language on her part.
Oh, my God. Again with the impeachment. Oh, my people, Americans, seriously. We have over 21 million illegal immigrants. How many of those do you freaking think have taken the polls? Come on, man. You got to be smarter than that.
And, if you're the president, if you're Speaker Johnson, you can't be feeling too good tonight as you go to bed.
Yeah, David, I mean, her likening herself to a battered wife was very jarring, obviously, as you listen to that. But that's how she was essentially saying, because I think a thing to drive home, and maybe she is running for office in 2028 or for who knows what. But I mean, this is a genuinely shocking moment, I think, for her in terms of the falling out and how hard that has hit her since this has happened. I mean, we talked to people close to her who were describing the death threats that were escalating and what this looked like, David. I mean,
listen, it makes the Elon fight look like a pillow fight, right? President Elon, this is a joke compared to that, right? I mean, the president has said some pretty.
Hold on, La Mole, the thing, from the Fantastic Four. That's what that bald guy reminds me of right there. But anyway, let me address a couple of comments here. Spreading your love and your Christian self is the only way you will be able to maintain this channel when Trump topples. That man has never been on his knees or have given thanks to God or anyone. I have heard him multiple times giving thanks to God. And I will tell you that he is the only president so far that has taken the gay flag out of the White House and has put the huge, gigantic American flag in the front of the lawn as a statement that this America is for all peoples, not for certain genders, not for certain sexual, whatever you guys want to call them. It is for all American people. He is the only president that has allowed Christian pastors and bishops and even Muslims in there. He doesn't hate Muslims either. He just doesn't hate the terrorist ones, the radical ones that want to take over a country. But he's the one who's had Christian pastors pray over him. How many pastors do you think do that? How many presidents do you think do that? Not many anymore. Barack Obama make fun of the Bible while he praised the Muslims. Where are we at with that? Did you guys pay attention to that news? Did you guys see that happen? Because I remember President Donald Trump saying, "We give all thanks to God." He probably doesn't think he's going to heaven because of all the bad things he's done in his life. But you see, that's where you're wrong. That's when the grace and mercy of God shines. Everybody is a sinner in this world. Every single one of us is a sinner. It matters how we live our life. Do you try to be a better person? Do you speak the truth? Do you follow the law? Do you listen to the word of God with your heart? Or do you just use it to attack others that are trying to be better people, that are trying to stand for righteousness? Just because you don't see him kneeling and praying to your liking doesn't mean that he's not believing in God. This is the one most honest man I have ever heard in my life. He goes in the plane where everybody thinks that he's just fake Christian. Goes in the plane and they ask him if he's going to heaven and he says, "I don't know. I don't know. I don't think they'll take me in heaven. There's so many bad things that I've done in my life." He's a sinner. He has repented for them. But nonetheless, he is not an egotistical fool enough to say, "Yeah, I'm going to heaven. I accepted Jesus Christ as my Lord." No, he didn't say that, did he? And I respect that. And that actually tells me that there is a higher chance for President Donald Trump to go to heaven than many of those people out there throwing scriptures on my chat or thinking that they are saved themselves. Because when that time comes of judgment, for many people to be judged, they will come and say, "Lord, Lord, Lord, here I am." But he's going to reply to you and say, "I don't know you. Get away from me." That's right. See, you think that you're right with God, but you better really think inside your soul. Soul search is what you need to do. And you have to understand something. You are in a country that has laws that need to be followed. You need to be honest. You cannot break the law to help somebody else that's breaking the law. That's just not how it works. So what? I can be a pope as well. The pope is nothing holy. What's wrong with you guys? And if you're a Catholic and you believe the pope is Jesus Christ, I'm sorry to tell you, he's not. I always speak the truth. When I say illegal immigrants don't belong in this country, that is the truth. When I say that somebody that resists arrest should be slammed to the ground, handcuffed, and put in the back of the car, that is also true. When you say I have no feelings and emotion or empathy, how about you have that before the problem starts? And you teach people not to commit crimes. That's how you become a non-hypocritical Christian. There is a law. If you really believe that you're going to sit here and judge me because I say those things, what is the truth? Is it your truth? Are you a real Christian? Allowing people to break the law? Give Caesar what's Caesar's, and to God what's God's. What's Caesar's? The government, the money. You got to be loyal to your country. That's Caesar. Caesar includes everything that you see in the government right now. That includes respecting the law. You think you're righteous, but you're hypocrites. For you claim the word of God and you help people break the law. Your rights don't trump the rights of others. You are being traitors to this nation, supporting illegal immigration. You're causing all these children and women to be raped on the way here. You're causing all these diseases to come into this country unchecked. You are responsible if you support illegal immigration into this country. And I can tell you that a lot of illegal immigrants that come in here with the really good intentions of doing something good and respecting and loving this country, even they are wrong. I'll be more likely to at least accept that they're actually looking for something. But the fact is they're breaking the law and they got to go. I've spoken to many Latino people in here that are now citizens, some that are actually residents looking for citizenship. I talked to Mexican business owners at restaurants. And I said, what do you want to see? I said, I'm MAGA. I support President Donald Trump 100%. I go in the restaurant wearing my MAGA hat. Not this one, the white one or the red one. And I go in there. I say, well, what do you think? I believe that all illegal immigrants should be deported, specifically the criminal ones. And they all tell me, yes, I agree. But I also believe that there is some people that if we vet them, even though they're here already, you see, I have to be careful with this. Because if you say everybody, then you send in the wrong message to the world. And the wrong message will be, hey, if you just force yourself into this country, don't worry about breaking the law. If you force yourself into this country and you stay there long enough, you're going to get papers. They will give up eventually and you will get papers. That's the wrong message. That is the wrong message. So, there's going to be a lot of people that we should do a full criminal background check, etc., blah, blah, blah. President Trump has talked about this. You guys probably don't even know this. But President Donald Trump has actually said, let's get this document holders a residency, and let's charge them a fee for being here illegally. I understand DACA document holders, there's a permission, but there has been overextended that by now they're actually illegal. And they could be deported. But the point is that a lot of people do need a chance. And yes, I believe that fines are fair and is going to also make revenue for our government. And they can continue doing what they need to do. Every business owner, Hispanic business owner, has told me the same thing. I'm sure some of them got illegals working with them. Either that or they don't understand or they don't know. But the fact is that we need to be true to what we think or what we believe. The fact that you guys come in here, well, not you guys, but some of you people in here come in here throwing scriptures and telling me that I'm a hypocrite and I'm hateful and all this stuff. Seriously? Don't pretend to be a righteous Christian when you yourself have all this dark, sinful nature and don't want to acknowledge that we are all sinners. President Donald Trump is the biggest example. He is not one of you hypocrites. He actually hopes that God will have mercy on him. President Trump, he helped a lot of people, thousands of employees. And maybe he probably did have some illegal immigrants. Maybe some of them lied as well. Well, guess what? Those who are found out, they gotta go. And I can tell you something. If there is any business owner that has an illegal immigrant working for them and they know it, they can always sponsor them and get them permission to stay there. I'm sure if President Donald Trump has any illegal immigrants working with him, that he will try to sponsor them or deport them. The fact is, that is his choice. All right. Anybody brings up religious things or scriptures in here trying to tell me that I'm a hypocrite, just go ahead and block them. I think I explained enough.
Had no intention of brushing it off, and she said, "Look, she threw open the window and said, enough. I'm not going to put up with this anymore."
I mean, Jamal Simmons, what are Democrats saying right now?
Well, first of all, to quote Don King, only in America, right?
Only in America.
We all never thought anything like today was going to happen. I was on CNN on Sunday with Dana Bash when she was
After she interviewed her, yeah.
That's when she was interviewing Marjorie Taylor Greene. And I will tell you, everybody in the green room had their mouths open when she apologized for participating in the toxicity. Nobody expected her to do that. And now we see where this has led today. She's had a week of attacks. Jason Crow, I was just looking at online, Jason Crow has been publishing death threats that he...
All right. Before he continues, guys, when you put something out in public, what do you expect is going to happen? What is the biggest thing that you saw when you have Facebook? The moment you posted something about something that you thought was private, how the hell is that private? When you make it public in your profile. And all these people come in and chime in and be like, oh, my God, why are you commenting on my public? Well, this is public. That's why. You put something public, you're going to be criticized for it. Right? Now, here's the thing. I can block people. I can kick people off my channel. If you don't like what I'm saying, then get the hell off my chat. It's that simple. But if you like what I say, welcome to the club. Let's fight together to keep speaking the truth out there. My moderators are hard working right now. And I love them. I appreciate them. But if you don't want somebody talking about your problems, stop putting them out there in public. Do you think that Republicans were saying anything bad about MTG before she made it public? No. But she wants to open her big mouth and start sharing the problem of the family with people that don't care about the family. What do you expect that to happen? Think about it. Think about it. How do you want people to react when you come and talk bad about your family? And then you see the family hears that everybody knows about it. How do you think the family is going to respond to you? How are they going to treat you? As a matter of fact, let me make the question more direct. I am your brother, and we have problems. We got problems. I am your brother. But you know what? There is a guy that hates you guys. Well, there is a whole family that hates you, that hates us. And I'm going to go to that family and tell them everything about our family problems. What would you do? Oh, thank you, Bob. What would you do? Honestly, simple question. What would you do to me if I let our family's secrets out and gave it to the family that hates us? What would you do? There you go. I know what you would do. Don't be a hypocrite. Answer truthfully to yourself. You don't have to put it on the chat, but answer truthfully to yourself. Tyrone, a.k.a. Melody Serena, you know that I'm telling the truth.
He's been getting, because all those members and senators who came out and put that video out telling the military not to break the law have been now getting threats. So it's interesting that we're seeing the president and his party participating in the kind of violent, vitriolic stuff that we were all trying to disavow just a few months ago. And so now we're seeing that coming from the president and his allies. And I think that's really tough. But then today, the president shows up with Zora Mamdani, and he's like soft and cuddly. It's an amazing about face.
Yeah, I also have Democratic Congressman Ro Khanna of California here with me. And Congressman, obviously Marjorie Taylor Greene was one of the Republican women who helped you and Thomas Massie get the
Peter.
Epstein bills into law this week. President Trump had to sign it because they held on and did that discharge petition. And obviously that is one of the huge areas where she broke with the White House in recent weeks and months. What's your reaction to this breaking news tonight that she's resigning from Congress in January?
Well, first of all, she's shown a lot of courage on Epstein. But I also think it's important that we look beyond the caricatures about her. I've gotten to know her quite well over the last 5 months. This idea that the only reason she's acting the way she is because Donald Trump.
Oh, my goodness. Jay, just so you guys know, I'm not timing out anybody. That's my mods. The moderators of the chat are timing you out for being a jerk. Okay? I'm not timing out anybody. But look at this. This guy is one of the ones that hates Republicans. You guys don't know. I wish that you can be inside my head right now so you can see why I'm laughing at this. Why do things make sense to me and not to you? Why is that? You heard everything that I've given you. I give you an example of how she betrayed the family. Listen to what he just said. And oh my God, I wish that I was wrong about this. Bro, this guy does not like Republicans. Yes? I'm sure most of you will agree with me. What did he just say? In the last 6 months, I've gotten to know her very well. You know what that means? She's sleeping with the enemy. But don't take it literally. It's just a saying. She's sleeping with the enemy. That's what he just said. Think about that. Let that marinate for a little bit while you keep listening to the video. Oh my, woo, let's go.
Refused to endorse her in a Senate race is just not the complete truth. I mean, maybe it's a small factor, but she genuinely believes against war. She was an anti-war person. She genuinely.
If somebody's timed out, I think they get a message saying you have been timed out for this long by so-and-so. So unless it was something very directly to me and I took care of it, okay. But I can tell you my mods take care of the chat.
Genuinely thinks AI is a real threat to jobs.
And yes, just so you know, my mods are patriots, and most of them are bigger brothers to me. And I love them for it. I love big brothers that love me. They know my history, and I appreciate them.
She genuinely was moved by the survivors. I mean, she's been in tears with the survivors. And she probably has more populist instincts than J.D. Vance, who's the front runner on the Republican side. It would not surprise me if she runs in 2028. And I actually think she's more in touch with some of the populism that fueled Donald Trump's rise than Trump and Vance are these days.
So it wouldn't surprise you if Marjorie Taylor Greene runs for president?
It would not. I mean, I don't know.
There
I
you
haven't
go.
talked to her about that. But I will tell you this. She is in touch with a populist element of the Trump base that feels increasingly abandoned by Donald Trump, and and she really speaks about forgotten Americans. And she will tell you she was for Donald Trump when no one thought Donald Trump had a chance. When CNN probably wasn't even covering Donald Trump.
I actually think that's a great point. She is someone who has been ride or die for Trump. But what is your view of his embrace of Zohran Mamdani and the way he did today? And I mean, every reporter in that room hit every sensitive touch point between the two of them. And he was defending Zohran Mamdani and sidestepping the issues and even said, yeah, you can call me a fascist. It's easier than having to explain it to people. But to see that moment parallel with her resigning, someone who was so loyal to him, I wonder what that says to you.
Well, two things. One, Donald Trump's a good politician. I mean, it would be foolish.
Hold on. Wow. First of all, so you guys know, what I say to Marjorie Taylor Greene is, bye, Felicia, Buddha. That's out of my system. Now, let me tell you something. Now, I normally don't like to say too much, but if I don't say it, somebody else is going to say it anyways. But here we go. You guys ready for this? Tell me something. This is juicy, my patriots. Juicy. Juicy. Listen, pay attention. I'm going to give you some knowledge. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Man, President Trump is smarter than I thought. This man is a lot smarter. Oh, freaking deja vu. I've said this 2 years ago. In this channel, 2 years ago. Wow. President Trump is smarter than I thought. Think about this. Hey, Paul. Think about this. Marjorie Taylor Greene, she was a good influence to help President Donald Trump get elected. I get that. But she lost the spark. She has no more juice. I'm not going to say what I was going to say next, but she lost the spark. Man. To my libtards listening right now, you are going to lose your You're going to lose it. Whoo! Oh my goodness. If it's God telling me. Listen. Who would you rather have right now? Listen to this very, very carefully, especially my patriots. I should have made this members only, to be honest. But I'm going to let everybody in on this secret. That it shouldn't be a secret. It's common sense. But tell me, who would you rather have on your side? A person that once helped you with a great spark, and now she has no spark. Or the person that fought you the most and won by a big majority of popularity, plus all of those that went against him that want Trump, love Trump. Who would you want on your side? Marjorie Taylor Greene or Zohran Mamdani? I know, it's unbelievable. You guys can't even say it. But I can say it. I can say it. I choose Mamdani over Marjorie Taylor Greene right now. Right now. In a heartbeat. Boom. Just like President Trump just did. You guys didn't catch it. You guys didn't catch it. President Donald Trump said, oh, a lot of my voters, he says, voted for Zohran Mamdani. He said it with a legit smile, as in nobody knows why he said it, but it clicks to me. I don't know. How many of you in here, now this is not... this is just for fun, for entertainment. How many of you here on my chat are Geminis? If you're a Gemini, just give me a 1. If you're a Gemini, give me a 1. Very curious. This is just for fun. This is just entertainment. Nothing religious, nothing like that. Just for fun. How many of you are Geminis. Give me a 1. You don't have to tell me the birthday. Just tell me if you're a Gemini. Number 1. Uh-huh. 1, 2. Okay. Okay. 3. Brian. Okay. I see why you're on my side. Okay. 5, 6, 7. Quite a few Geminis. Now, this is just for entertainment only. Don't hate me. I'm sorry. But listen, every Gemini has 2 things. Everybody does. As a matter of fact, everybody does. But Geminis are more passionate about this. Okay? You can either, we don't care about no Leos. Get out of here. I'm just playing, DJ. My love for all of you guys. But listen, we have 2 sides, and we're very passionate people. We're actually very, very intellectual, believe it or not. We're very intellectual, and we are stimulated by great conversation. We like to hear facts, but we also like to hear an opinion, a side opinion, to see if things make sense. Now, everybody has that. All Geminis have that. Here's the problem. Don't tell me. Don't tell me who you are. I don't want to know. But if you are a Gemini from the beginning to the middle, it's not good. It's not bad either, but you're in here. If you are from the middle to the end of the days of that Gemini, you will understand everything that I say, because we think different. We are on the good side of the Geminis, and we think more clearly. Yeah, we still have our indecisions like everybody else, but we like to be stimulated with good information, with good common sense, and we are more than willing than anybody else to be balanced, to make sorry, don't tell me, like I said, don't tell me if you're the first half. Okay? But we're most likely to make changes to our life to accommodate others. Okay? All Geminis have that. But all I'm saying is the later half, like me, President Donald Trump, and some of you out there, hopefully, are on the later part of Gemini. So President Donald Trump's birthday is on the 14th. Mine is on the 16th. Very close to each other. Aqua Blue in the house. Man, this is one, this is Aqua Blue. You are almost as faithful as Tyrone, a.k.a. Melody. I think you guys love me. I think secretly you guys love me, because you keep coming in here and start telling me all this kind of stuff that I don't really care about listening to. But you guys are amazing. Thank you for being in here and showing your love and support. All right, guys. So who cares about the seat right now? Don't worry about that. I'm going to continue on. There you go. Okay. TJ wants a piece of this. He wants to let the world know. See, that's a Gemini right there. He needs to be the center of attention, just like any other Gemini wants to be. Okay? Now, not every Gemini can talk the way that I talk or the way that you talk if you are just like me. But nonetheless, we have very few introverts. Most likely, we are outspoken, we are flirtatious, and we're very smart. Some of us, not so much. They become a little bit too emotional, but there is that. That's just entertainment, guys. Just entertaining. That's all. That's all that is. Entertainment. All right? DJ, yes, we get it. You're a Leo. At least you're not, let me see, who do we not get along with? Scorpios love fighting with us for some reason. I think Melody, Serena, Tyrone, I think you're a Scorpio. That or you're a Sagittarius. One of those two. All right? There you go. DJ's on the smart side. I believe it. I believe it. Ah, thank you, Lou. We love you more. I love all of you guys, man. I really have a lot of fun with you. Aaliyah got what? Aaliyah got blocked for what? Oh, okay, no problem. She said, okay, so she already, okay, they already figured that out. It is forbidden. No, that's horrible. I know. That's what I said. It's just for entertainment only. Okay. Now, if you just for more entertainment, okay. How many of you Geminis in here, if you look at the Chinese calendar, how many of the Geminis here are dragons? And that, my friends, right there, will put the second characteristic of a true Gemini to your Gemini, okay? You got to put them together. So pick that. You're a Gemini. Find out what animal you are on the Chinese calendar and put those two together, and that's kind of how your personality is. And check it out. If it's not true, then great. But if it's true, you will be honest and admit it. Now, I'm a dragon. I'm a double dragon since I'm a Gemini. Hey, fire horse, not bad. Here's my disclaimer on Sagittarius. Here's the disclaimer on Sagittarius. Okay? Demon infused. It's just for fun, guys. It's just for fun. Listen, here's one thing that we have in common, and one of the greatest relationships, I'm serious, one of the greatest friendships and relationships that we can have is with a Sagittarius. We work so well together. But here's the problem. In relationships, like, husband, wife sort of thing, for Sagittarius, it's all or nothing. I mean, they're either going to be with you or against you. There is no, like me, I don't like that, but okay, I can accept this. That's the difference. So, Bob, don't worry about it. You are on the good side. We will never have that kind of relationship. But I can tell you that we are the best match of working together or being best friends forever. I can tell you that right now. See, Melody is a Sagittarius trying to kiss up to Bob now. All right, enough entertainment. I already told you I am a Gemini and I'm a dragon. So look those two things up, and that is the kind of person that I am. Now, I will say this. I am not a cheater. I am faithful to my partner. Been married to my wife for 14 years, and I keep on. I plan on keeping it that way. All right, we still got another 45 minutes or so. Let's go ahead and finish this video here real quick.
Not to say that. And he has a sense of humor, and he likes people who win. And Zoran Mamdani is a winner. Donald Trump also has a populist instinct. As someone who co-chaired Bernie Sanders' campaign, you saw it. Trump said there are a lot of things that Bernie voters that he agreed with. And what Zoran Mamdani has is a boldness. And I think, frankly, Trump respects that. I went out and campaigned for Zoran Mamdani when few people were. And Zoran Mamdani didn't move his issues. He was not afraid of standing for what he believed in. And he was not afraid to request a meeting with Donald Trump. And I just think we live in a populist age. People throw around the word authenticity. I actually think that's a bit cliched. What it is really about is boldness and risk-taking and courage. And Mamdani had that. And even though I disagree with him, Trump had that when he ran. And I just think Trump recognized that in Mamdani.
Sounds like a hater to me, guys. Sounds like a hater to me. I know I probably confuse you guys so much with the entertainment part. Yes, absolutely. 100% Christian first, above else, obviously. It's just for fun. But I find it interesting that those type of, whatever you guys want to call it, they actually, some of them really fit. Some of them really fit to how I am. And let me see what Tyrone says. Hold on. Sagittarius are great because they match my Capricorn. Disappointed on Capricorns. We are blunt, we are sarcastic, and highly intelligent, but sometimes some agreed charm school. So far, Melody, I haven't gotten that vibe from you. I'm sure you're very pretty in the inside. I'm sure somewhere very deep in there, you're very beautiful and charismatic and smart and maybe wise and loving. I just don't see it. I just don't see it. Oh, man. Okay, all right, let's get serious. Mamdani, here we go. What you guys have been waiting for. I think Mamdani has had a lot of controversial. Zoran Mamdani has had a lot of controversial, right? Why don't we play a couple of clips of his controversial? Let me see. Where am I going to find you at? No. I want my own videos. Let's take a look at a couple of controversials here. All right. What's my favorite one? This one is my favorite.
New York will remain a city.
I love it. Here you go, guys. This is my first one right here, okay? You guys already know this.
New York will remain a city of immigrants, a city built by immigrants, powered by immigrants, and as of tonight, led by an immigrant.
Fantastic. As of tonight, led by an immigrant. Oh boy, all socialists, all Democrats just went up and cheer. Well, here's what's going to happen, guys. For one, President Donald Trump has to work with Mamdani. Mamdani is going to look good because he is really going to be able to give New Yorkers what they want. Now, not that I agree, but I will give you this. The new generation has been hit so hard with unaffordable housing. Everything is through the roof. Everything is expensive. I don't blame their stupidity for voting for somebody like Mamdani. I get it. They are forced into supporting this person. But the fact is, well, you cannot go against the people. And Mamdani won fair and square. You see, the problem with Cuomo and the other guy, which, by the way, I am glad that Republican didn't win. What's his name? Slika, whatever the guy's name is. The red guy. You know, the thing with the thing. You know the thing. The way he talks about it, it was obvious he was the wrong choice for New York. Both him and Cuomo, they talked with President Donald Trump. President Donald Trump endorsed Cuomo. Pay attention. President Donald Trump endorsed Cuomo. What did Cuomo do? Cuomo didn't reach out to President Trump's supporters. He said, nope, I don't care about Trump. Nope, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do it. Well, you know what? You killed a bunch of seniors in New York. That's on your hands. If I was Cuomo, which I probably would have, he's the way he is. But if I was Cuomo, what I would have said is, hey, listen, I got my differences with President Donald Trump. And I don't agree with him in many things. But here's the one thing that I agree on. I want to make New York great again. But that was too painful for him to say. Think about it. He already has a lot of Democrats because Democrats are a bunch of loyalists. They'll just vote Democrat because he's a Democrat. Okay? He already has a lot of Democrats on his side. If he would have reached out to the Republican side, which is overwhelmed by Democrats, I get it. But even then, if he would have said, we need to learn to work together. We need to not be divided. Now, whether I like President Trump or not is irrelevant. What I want is what's best for New York. And you know what? He didn't say that, and that's why he lost. Sliva, I think is his name. He lost because he's a moron. No brains in that big skull of his. So disappointed. Just because he ran as a Republican doesn't mean that you're better than a Democrat. Absolutely not. Let me tell you guys, if you guys didn't know about this, here in Washington State, we had a horrible governor. His name was Jay Inslee. He was the biggest turd that Washington State has had. And you know what? People kept voting for him. Well, I think they cheated, but still, people kept voting for him. What happened the first guy that he ran against? A Republican, no balls. This last guy ran against Bob Ferguson here in Washington State. What happened? He was a retired sheriff. He was a businessman. I mean, the guy is, very presentable. What was his problem? He don't know how to talk. He don't know how to attack. He don't know how to defend. He comes on knowing that there is a small timeline that you get to introduce yourself. And you want to go into a debate for government. And he goes and says, one of the things that gets me, you lost. You lost. And I see Bob Ferguson on the other side, smiling, like, I got this. I got this by the balls. And he did. And he did. I don't know what's going to happen. But I'm telling you right now, I'm ready to go toe-to-toe against Bob Ferguson. I don't care if he's a lawyer. I don't care if he's got money. I'm going to show him a regular Joe like myself can stand up against him. And all his corrupted politicians and all his little minions that he has in there destroying Seattle, Washington, and all of the state of Washington. We are going to give them the fight of their life. And I'm not talking about guns and violence, you crazy-ass people. We're talking about using truth. That's how we fight. Morning, Cheryl. Good to see you in here. Ken, I hope I said hello to you earlier. Not sure. I just saw your name in there. Hopefully I did. But that's what I'm talking about. So I think that President Donald Trump is doing absolutely gorgeously with this choice of sort of endorsing Mamdani. What did he say? Exactly what I told you that Cuomo should have said. And Mamdani sat there, and I love the tapping. Hey, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. And you know what? Boom, he tapped back. He tapped back the president. Most people don't know what's happening. A lot of Democrats, they're running around like headless chicken. They don't know what to think. Oh, my God. He joined the enemy. How can he choose a tyrant dictator? Oh, my God. What are we going to do? Why did we vote for this guy? We should have voted for Cuomo, the guy that killed the seniors. That's exactly how people think. Interestingly enough, nobody gives a crap. But I still find it important to know that what President Donald Trump is doing, it is the right thing. And whether or not you Democrats out there don't like it, it is the right thing to do. Now, I'm going to go ahead and play a short clip here because you guys don't watch my videos that I have posted before 4 months ago. I'm going to play this clip right here because nobody watches this, but it needs to be watched. This is MSNBC, all right? This is MSNBC. I don't know why my face is so itchy. This is how I get zits on my face because I keep touching my face all the time. MSNBC likes to report news this way. Now, there were photos. There was a lot of people that didn't agree with President Donald Trump when he was in Canada, blah, 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 blah. Okay? I get that. But look at the way that they report this news. Okay? Trump to leave G7 summit early. Let's take a listen and see the wisdom that these people on MSNBC have. Listen to this, guys. You'll remember this. And as a matter of fact, when I made this video, and I posted it. I got like 100 views, I think, or even probably less than that. But I posted and I said, I'm going to leave this right here. And I'm going to come back to it. Because the reason why Trump is leaving the G7 summit is not because he's a coward, but because something big is about to happen in Iran. And guess what happened in Iran? You guessed it. So let's watch how they would like to report the news. Here you go. For all of you haters out there, especially for Melody Serena, listen to your gang of lying wolves. This is how they report the news, and this is why you think the way you think.
What happened with the Prime Minister today in Canada and how that conversation went with the President. You understand why this communique is coming out this evening that he's leaving early. Because he did not like how that went down. He was put in his place, and he was one among many equals.
Yes.
And he doesn't like that. He right now thinks he's driving every conversation around the globe. And what he's realized in that moment is that these other partners that you just rightly laid up also have a say in this moment, whether it's economics or, as Simone noted, the broadening into the foreign policy space.
Yep.
How then do your colleagues deal with this childish behavior from a sitting president who can't stay in the room long enough to actually make the case, whatever that case is, but rather is peeved because he's not the center of attention, or that he is corrected by his peers because of his brutish behavior in other scenarios.
So, in case you didn't catch it, they say that Trump was afraid of the other leaders because they also are as powerful as he is. I know President Donald Trump is an alpha, period. And the reason why he left, now they think he was being childish and he wasn't the center of attention. You see, he didn't give a crap about being the center of attention on a G7 junk meeting. He became the center of attention when he hit the nuclear facility in Iran. Boom, boom, boom. Done. That's what I think was special in that MSNBC did not report correctly. So I think President Donald Trump is an alpha. Let me see. Whether you like it or not, he's an alpha. Now, I've been accused of that. I've been accused of that, of being two-faced, just like Mamdani, okay? Mamdani. I keep mispronouncing his name. But it's not that we are two-faced. It's not that we are like somebody says, flip-flop, right? Melody says flip-flop. Okay. It's not that. It's that we know how to adapt to what we need to adapt to. See, many of you ungrateful people have grown up to think that when a parent tells you, I want to do this for you, and because of bad circumstances in life, that parent cannot give you what he said he was going to give you, you automatically go and hate them. And you say you don't keep your promise. What do they know? They're not paying the bills. If the food was too expensive, if things went out of hand, and maybe they just didn't have the money that they're supposed to have, some of you guys, ungrateful people that are out there, you blame your parents for not giving you what they promised. Others will just say, hey, father, mother, don't worry about it. Having you is more than enough. I am lucky to have those children. And that is crazy that my kids think that way. And I love it. I think that's a good way to go. Let me see here. I'm testing something that I wanted to come out, but it's not working. All right. Anyways, let's see. Any questions so far about Mamdani and President Donald Trump? I'll go ahead and take a couple of questions here. Nothing. Okay, here we go. Charlie, I think some of you guys collapsing. You guys are so retarded that you don't see the truth right before you. Let me tell you what's happening. Mamdani is gonna look very good. And yeah, that's right, Dirty. But what's going to happen is this. I don't think Mamdani is begging. I don't think he's begging. I think he's doing what he needs to do to make his plans go accordingly. Now, listen. Anything good that comes out of it will be giving credit to President Donald Trump. That is the beauty of it. It'll be giving credit to President Donald Trump. Let me see. I actually need to give you guys something here. Hold on. Let's see. What? Give me a second. I want to share some info with you guys. Let's see if this is the right place. There we go. Give sec. Bum, 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 bum. La da 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 da. All right. There we go. Here. This is just so that I can type something for you guys. All right, that place right there, it's going to be at the gymnasium of Cougar Mountain Middle School. I'm going to have to finish my live here so that I can make it there on time. If you are in Washington State, you're close to the area, show up, will you? I know you're supposed to RSVP on there, but if you can't show up, I am going to go ahead and head on that way in just a brief moment. I got some stuff that I need to set up before I leave. And, you know, what we're going to talk about, what they're going to talk about, since I'm just going to be, an attendee. What they're going to talk about is no man in women's sports or locker rooms, for that matter. And if I have enough good signal in there, I'll probably do a live from there, as long as the battery holds, so that I will keep you guys informed. Hopefully, everybody on this chat agrees that women should play with women and men should play with men in sports, not with each other. I know how some of you perverts out there think, so there's that. All right, guys, I think that's all I got for you as of right now. I'm not sure if I'm going to come back on live later, maybe, unless I go live over there at the event, and that will be it. But I want to say thank you so much, guys. You know what? I didn't get anybody to be the stream boss of the night, but I still want to give this to my Patriots. All right, you go to, let's see. Let me see if I can, I don't know, I don't think I can do that. Let me see if I can actually make an image of the flyer. I don't know why I couldn't find it. Save that. If you're able to see that, I don't know if you can. I don't know if you can scan that, but it will take you there. Let me see if I can copy the link here. Let me see. Da, 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 da. No, that's just the the actual website for the school. But anyway, yeah, I'm sorry about that. I shared that information before, but not everybody got to see it. Apologize about that. I should have taken a pamphlet of it, to be honest. Let me see. Well, no, I can't even copy that. I've added it on my. Let me log into my X account. You guys should be able to watch this. Let me get logged in here. Da 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 da. if you follow me on my X account, I did posted the link just now, so you can actually see it right here. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. Ah. All right, you guys can scan that code in there, I believe. But you can also go to my account. There you go. Go to my account, and you can follow if you have an X account. If you don't, that's okay. It's, you know, I go on X not as often, but I do visit my X account. Okay. The X-Men account. All right. I hope that was good enough, guys. Thank you so much for joining my channel. Thank you for being here with me this Sunday morning. Hope everything goes well. You guys enjoy the rest of your day. We'll see how it goes. If I can go live over there, I will come back live, and then you guys can listen to. I'm going to ask them if they can have one of my microphones so that you guys can have better audio. I don't know how that's going to work, okay? But I'll do my best to try to get some coverage, or at least go and watch myself, and then I can talk about it to you guys. It's not going to be much information that I'm going to go ahead and share with you from there, I'm sure. But nonetheless, I think that it's going to be a good thing. All right, so that's where I'm at, guys. That's all I got for today. Thank you so much for being with me today. Till next time, you all be blessed.